Okay, just a quick house cleaning video, just because I have a headache. I don't know why. All right, dang, you asked me about Miyazaki. Of course, I watch Miyazaki. Like Miyazaki, there's a lot of stuff in it. Like this part is from the trailer, Spirited Away.
Witchy Baba controls you by stealing your name. If you
Yeah, the Witch Baba controls you by stealing your name.
completely forget it, you'll never find your way home. Your name.
If you completely forget your name, you'll never find your way home. Hello. Which is why I put such a great emphasis on the quote-unquote name, which is why when you go through these quote-unquote rituals, you pick a new name. When you go through a mock ritual, mock death ritual, you pick a name or illuminated name, whatever. In my video story time, the first thing I say you have to do is to write down your name and remember it. There's a lot to this idea of a name.
Belongs to me now.
Ooh. Your name is being held in escrow by the straw man corporate identity in this world. Ooh. Which is why you pick a new name.
Girl's future depends on her judgment.
Aren't you getting wet out there? Aku! This way!
Actually, that dragon thing is Aku. Aku in the Egyptian metaphysics of the soul. The Kaaba, like in Kabbalism. Kabbalism means study of the shadow, or the word Kaaba means the shade of the umbrella. So Kaaba is the lower 3 chakras of the material world. Upper 3 would be of the intellect. That would be the Aku in Egyptian metaphysics of the soul. And then above that would be the Atmu. This is the same thing. And even Carl Jung, like his purification into Magrido, which leads to the ruby. And this is some high-level stuff to reach your quote-unquote magnum opus, which is the actualization form of your quote-unquote experience, form, name, whatever, so that you can quote-unquote escape, right?
Before. Now I want to help him. Everyone, I need my shoes and clothes. I need to know my real name. It's Chihiro.
Real name? Look, there's lots of Spirited Away. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. What was I listening to? The Book of John? I mean, Jesus Christ, the secret Book of John, the apocryphal Book of John, is one of the most important books, which they removed. All right, like, listen to this.
Gazed upward and seen his exalted mental capability.
Exalted mental capability?
Host of rulers and demons plotted together.
Yeah.
They mixed fire and earth and water together with 4 blazing winds.
Yep.
They melted them together in
fire, water, and earth and air together. The 4 corners of a cube is the alchemical prison that constitutes your body, known as hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen. All right.
great turbulence. Adam was brought into the shadow of death.
Adam was brought into the shadow of death. The valley of the shadow of the valley of shadow of death under the Kaaba. The Kaaba is the material world. Okay, there's a lot to this.
They intended to make him anew.
Make him anew. Anew.
This time from earth, water, fire, wind, which are...
If you didn't know, Anu is the principal god of the Sumerians.
Matter, darkness, desire, the artificial spirit.
Yeah, matter, darkness, desire, the artificial spirit. I mean, Adam is a robot in its current form, which is what you are, a fractal of in this illusion.
This all became a tomb.
Yep, it is all a tomb, which is why the Egyptians, they viewed that death as a womb into the next life, which is why they venerated their tomb, because they viewed their birth in the material world as a tomb in itself. So things are really inverted. From womb to tomb should really be changed from tomb to spiritual womb at death. All right, there's a lot of problems with the way people think these days that inverts what is the truth.
A new kind of body.
Yeah, new kind of body, material body.
Those thieves bound the man in it and chained him in forgetfulness.
Yeah, this is the dream of Adam into the drink of oblivion.
Made him subject to dying.
Made him subject to dying. Life, death, rebirth cycle, samsara.
His was the first descent and the first separation.
And this is talking about the separation from the spiritual into the physical.
Yet the light-filled epinoia within him will elevate his thinking.
And the light-filled epinoia is the epinoia, which is the aspect of the Atma, which is fractal of quote-unquote transcendent God, it being encapsulated and trapped into by the material God, which is the demiurge, the suckless, the blind idiot God. He who is of desire, form. That is the the trap of Adam.
Adam in Yaldabaoth's paradise.
Yeah, Yaldabaoth's paradise is quote unquote Earth. All right, it's obvious.
The rulers took the man and put him into paradise.
Yeah, Eden.
They told him to eat freely. Their food is bitter. Their beauty is corrupt. Their food is deceit. Their trees are ungodliness. Their fruit is poison. Their promise is death. They placed the tree of their life into the middle of paradise.
And the tree of their life, that's why their Bible talks about the two trees.
I will teach you the secret of their life, the plan that they made together about an artificial spirit.
An artificial spirit, which is the demiurge, alright? This is the two U's, alright? The two U's. One U is of the demiurge, the other U is of quote-unquote transcendent God, the Adam aspect.
Its root is bitter. Its branches are dead. Its shadow is hatred. Its leaves are deception. The nectar of wickedness is in its blossoms. Its fruit is death. Its seed is desire.
Yep, its seed is desire, which is why the devil is always portrayed as a being that offers desire in form.
It flowers in the darkness. Those who eat from it are denizens of Hades.
Yep, denizen of Hades. If you look at classical Greek alchemy, we are in quote-unquote Zeus Hades, which is ruled by the material sun that you see outside. The next layer of that would be Zeus Poseidon, which is that sun is ruled by the hidden sun at the middle of the earth, of the North Pole, whatever. Then above that would be Zeus Intellect. And then at that point, you can escape out into, was it Kronos and the abode of the gods, Saturn, whatever. And above that, outside of all this quote-unquote form reality, would be Uranus, alright?
Darkness.
Like, we are in the inferior realm. There's one realm above it, and then there's the eternal realm of Uranus.
This is their resting place. As for
Yeah, I mean, that's why the not-milk is trapped here, sort of. Yeah, sort of, pretty much.
the tree called the knowledge of good and evil,
Ooh, yeah, I can't go any further than this or I might get attacked. Look, I mean, the book of John, I mean, people really want to talk about this. I mean, this is some high-level stuff. Whatever, dude. Let's see, where's the matter of Dr. Parnassus? Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, do people not understand the allegory of the hanged man? Your predicament here. The hanged man hanged upside down, carried by the thread, the silver cord that bridges from heaven onto earth, and then you're making a self-sacrifice for wisdom, for the sacrifice upon the altar of quote-unquote the life, death, rebirth cycle is what is supposed to be wisdom. Then people take on it for the lesser reward, which is fear and pleasure. Okay, I'm saying. What I mean, there's a lot to the hanged man. I mean, people don't even understand tarot. Like 9 is the hermit, 10 is the wheel of fortune, which is the wheel of dharma, which is why it's never mentioned anyway. So to skip over it, because that leads into the hanged man, which is the gamble of you agreeing to come in here to play. The hanged man's, it's really also upside down Gilgamesh. So, okay, whatever. Let me see if I can break down one scene. The Imaginarium is Dr. Parnassus movie. I mean, this movie has a lot. No one's understood this movie, anyways. Okay, let's see where soon are they going?
He's telling a story, a different story.
Yeah, what an idiot.
That's a tale of unforeseen death.
Foreign language or foreign language. The story stopped.
But it's about they actually talk about the never-ending story in this thing.
Fabled bliss of it.
Oh, here it is. This is the great game.
Someone else is telling a story, a different story. Saga or romance.
The fabled bliss of ignorance.
Oh, god damn it, Dumbledore.
Fabled. And that was my first wager with the devil.
Yeah, dude. First, I'll never make a wager against the devil. Right? The devil doesn't care about winning or losing. Right? He just wants to play the game because he knows he's gonna win anyways. That's the rule about the devil, the Faustian deal.
You see, the very first of us to attract 12 disciples.
Whichever one of us attracts 12 disciples. Where have we heard that before? It's in every religion.
Would win the bet. His argument: necessities of danger, of fear, a fabled bliss of ignorance.
Yeah, this is offering safety away from fear and death through the bliss of ignorance. So people get babysitting mode, all right, so they don't have to take self-responsibility. This is the situation that we are in now, which is the quote-unquote spiritual dark age that we're living through, called the Kali Yuga. Kali being of Eris being the opposite side of Aphrodite. You can either get the easy lessons of Aphrodite through love, or you can get the black pill, harsh, chaotic reality of Eris, which is what we're going through right now, because people are too stupid and they chose this themselves through consensus gentium.
Fine.
Like, if you haven't figured out, I mean, I watched this movie, I basically understand everything in it. There's very dark things hidden in this movie, but I'm basically like Dr. Parnassus, alright? But I'm not dumb, alright? I know the end result and what people are going to pick. This is a never-ending loop cycle. Like, I'm good.
Part of the imagination to transform and illuminate our lives.
Yeah, using this realm as a place to quote-unquote enlighten yourself. But no one will do it because it takes too much hard work. That's why there's always the crossroads, the choice between the, whether you want to sink deeper into the Maya, the illusion, or you want to escape through the liberation of quote-unquote illumination, which is obviously demonized in this time and age, through knowledge. Alright? This is very obvious. You must place the heel of the spirit upon the head of the snake, which represents the devil, in its rising position, and then you redeem Sophia through liberation of knowledge, through intellect, which is Sophia, Mary, whatever, Isis, whatever. I mean, look, I'm telling you like old ass, the oldest version of Freemasonry. Like, I care, alright? I don't care about its current bastardized version. I know the original. This goes back to Atlantis, and through that liberation of Megiddo, the magnum opus of finding and merging heaven onto earth in your spiritual journey here to actualize the spirit, so the spirit can liberate itself from the material world. Alright? This is a real thing, alright? But no one takes it seriously. In the movie Dr. Parnassus, he treats it like a stage sideshow of a carnival because no one cares about it.
A hard fight, but I won.
Yeah, I mean, this even shows you the fall of Freemasonry. I mean, he won in the beginning, but as time went on...
My prize, the one thing I covers it most.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Everlasting life.
Everlasting life? I would have wanted everlasting death. Alright?
Everlasting torment.
You have everlasting torment as long as you have a body, which is why I pointed you to the Book of Adam, the trapping of the spirit into a body forming the material world by these quote-unquote gods.
Forgetfulness, people, they will be transformed and saved. The power descends on everyone, and, without it, no one can even stand up. After they are born, if the spirit of life increases in them,
the spirit of life, I mean, come on, man, this is obvious.
Power comes to them and their souls are strengthened.
The inner resonance of your soul, strengthening it, instead of covering it with the mud of materialism, the wanting desires of the 7 deadly sins, and the 7 virtues, the opposite side of the coin, like New Ageism.
Nothing then can lead them astray into wickedness. But if the artificial spirit comes into people,
the artificial spirit, the you, the straw man you, the you that society crafted and built a prison cage over the spirit over the course of like until you're 21.
It leads them astray. Then I said, Lord, when souls come out of the flesh, where do they go?
Whoa. All right, I'll let it play.
He replied, smiling, if the soul is strong, it has more of power than it has of the artificial spirit, and so it flees from wickedness.
It flees from wickedness. Water finds its own level. All you have to do is purify your spirit, actualize it to liberate it automatically. You do that in the now, not putting it off at death like you idiots. Like it's obvious. There's so many books that tell you this.
With the assistance of the incorruptible one, that soul is saved, and it attains eternal rest.
Eternal rest, just like the Gnostics and the Cathars talked about, what the Buddhists talked about of reaching nirvana, to be like a statue, alright?
I then asked him,
Look, I still got to do more research for this tricked by the derp light. Like, I really care about the derp light, alright? There's an obvious, easy way to win, alright? Very easy way to win. Which is, you know, what I was talking about. It's purifying the soul. And goddamn, doesn't this movie mention this? Hold on. This might take a second. Okay, that's whatever. Where is it? I don't know if I can find it. It's where Heath Ledger puts on the mask of Thoth and says, "Purify." Oh, what does it cost you? Whatever you can give, whatever you can donate. All right.
The stage, it's just not.
Let's see. I don't know if I can find it.
No, I am
Ooh,
purified.
purified. See, that's Thoth. Purification.
No, I am. You know, I ignored it. I had
Ooh.
no time for it.
Ooh, here.
Does that sound familiar to you? Yes?
Is it?
I know, my dear. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, I was saved by a miracle. By Dr. Parnassus.
And it's purification through the dream
Back again.
of
He
imagination.
gave me a reason to dream. He took me to the waterfall of happiness. And I was reborn.
Reborn, mock death ritual, reborn, picking a new name, which is why I tell everybody to pick a new name.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you now, I have been, no, I am purified.
Yeah, even Heath Ledger is talking about purification of soul, actualization of soul to liberate the soul. If you pay attention to the symbolism, I mean, was it the Dr. Parnassus? He's standing there like the father of Osiris, and then there's Mercury, and then Aphrodite. Really, I mean, dude. I mean, whatever. Do I care? I mean, no, I should not be breaking down this movie. This movie is too high level. All right, but this movie clearly tells you that there's a battle going on between whether or not people stay in the material world or they reject worldly desires and take the hard work path to liberate themselves through the purification, actualization of the spirit to reach the top of the mountain. Alright, whatever. I mean, if people want to watch this movie, so I'm getting sidetracked. What the hell was I doing? Okay, whatever. Let's see. Okay, I gotta answer Beans Burger. Okay, this question is good, Lotus, but I'm gonna answer it later when I answer your email. So, but it's because YouTube hit your other comment, and then I did respond to it anyway. So, okay, let me get through the comments real quick. Okay, Tina, you watch what is it? That New Age is BS Deception by Mark Ass. Oh, that's good. Now you know New Ageism was a lie from the start. All right, this truth community is infected with New Agers or fundamentalists. So, I mean, the truth community to me is just a sad joke at this point. I mean, I think it's pretty funny. All right, then we got the poster boys. My boy Matt. Yay, great presentation. What do you mean about the Voldemort disease? I don't know what you're talking about, Matt. What do you... Can you explain Voldemort? What do you mean? Corona-chan? Whatever, dude. I mean... did I explain it with Avengers? I mean, whatever, dude. It has to do with the Saturn conjunction. Everybody knows about it, but no one cares about it anymore. Whatever, dude. Let's hurry this up.
Superheroes have been referred to as modern mythology.
Okay, yeah.
Superheroes have been referred to as modern mythology and...
Yeah, they had to put superheroes in. If you even pay attention to the superhero universe, it's all based on mythology. Specifically Greek mythology, so...
Superheroes have been referred to as modern mythology, and there's literally a race of divine beings in the DC multiverse, called the New Gods.
Yeah.
A film starring them was supposed to come out this year but got cancelled.
The New Gods, isn't that when Superman turned into the god of power? Batman becomes the god of intellect like Thoth. Joker becomes god of chaos. I haven't... It's been a long time since I read the comic books.
Superhero...
I thought that was like post... New 52, but I don't remember. It's been a while since I read comic books. Like, I want to say 3 years.
Superheroes have been referred to as modern mythology, and there's literally a race of divine beings in the DC multiverse, called the New Gods.
Yeah, but you should also remember that in the Marvel Universe, the race of divine beings is the Eternals. So that's going to be very important coming up.
Superheroes have been referred to as modern mythology, and there's literally a race of divine beings in the DC multiverse, called the New Gods. A film starring them was supposed to come out this year but got cancelled. Anyway, when you said they've been planning this for 10 years, it just reminded me of the Rockefeller Foundation document that came out in 2010, Scenarios for the Future of Technology.
Yeah, I mean, that's specifically in reference to the rise of the technotronic era, which was already put in there by Brzezinski anyways. The prediction out, I want to say projections out to 100 years in the future, but even then, their projections go out even from before then, even like, what's it, the New Atlantis, which is based on America, and it's the same goddamn problems as the fall of Atlantis like last time. And the imaginary Dr. Parnassus scenario. Are people going to use this knowledge for illumination and liberation into the golden age, or are they just going to devolve with Tinder and Uber and fall into complete depravity like Sodom and Gomorrah? And we were obviously picking the latter, right? It's pretty obvious, right?
Anyway, when you said they've been planning this for 10 years, it just reminded me of the Rockefeller Foundation document that came out in 2010, Scenarios for the Future of Technology.
Yep, rise of
An
technotronic
international
era.
development where on page 18 predicted a pandemic and worldwide lockdowns.
Alright, the only thing we're waiting for right now is the fake alien invasion. Let's go, baby. We gotta go play Ender's Game, alright? It's the Formex and Ender's Game. That's literally the scenario. What is it? It's also from Captain America Winter Soldier. I mean, that is the scenario. So, okay, whatever.
When you kept repeating the curse of the Bodhisattva, I think that was...
The curse of the Bodhisattva is a real thing. The fact that you are a quote-unquote real spirited individual being, Matt, I'm looking at you, Matt, and you want to quote-unquote save all the babies who will never get it, and then they'll drag you under the water, alright? And then you lose. Looking at you, Matt.
When you kept repeating the curse of the Bodhisattva, I think that was the lesson of this dream I had just last night. Where I was stuck in a big underground place with a bunch of people and I escaped, but I went back to save my friends too.
Yeah, you're dumb.
Where I was stuck in a big
you can tell people or leave cheat sheets or leave a trail of quote-unquote breadcrumbs to escape, but I mean, you putting yourself at risk when everyone's there sitting there willingly? I mean, come on, man.
Where I was stuck in a big underground place with a bunch of people and I escaped, but I went back to save my friends too. I was in a third-person perspective too, BTW.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you're in a third-person perspective, that means you can separate your spirit from your quote-unquote material body, which is a key part in being a quote-unquote wizard. That's the first thing you learn after your quote-unquote new name, after your mock death ritual. But yeah, I mean, this is good.
Where I was stuck in a big underground place with a bunch of people and I escaped, but I went back to save my friends too. I was in a third-person perspective too, BTW. And I kept changing forms, but I still aware it was me somehow. Anyway, when I got back in, there was this big projector screen playing some kind of movie I wasn't paying attention to.
Hell yeah, that movie is the projection of Earth. Even I've seen this thing. I saw it in its a future version called. I went to a movie theater and the movie theater had a movie called Blue Moon, and it showed me like this raggedy time old 1920s cartoon of Earth, and it's a future. It's weird.
And I kept...
This is like your spirit separating out from its intellect, the restrictions of its human incarnation form, and it can see things out of possibilities or outside of the matrix. This is a real thing. Like, you're not the first person who's talked about this. Like, even that City guy, he said, oh, I looked at the camera and then it reversed the projection and then my spirit went through the camera and then it's like reversing the light back from the screen projector like the Indian yogis talk about, and he zooped out into space. Like, even I've done this. This is a real thing. But you're not the first person that's told me about this, or I've heard this several times, and even I've seen this happen. This is like the scene from Lost. Yeah. What is this, Lost? Yeah, the brainwashing scene. Room 23. Oh, that's 33 and 32 backwards.
Back now, where's your damn boat?
Okay, whatever, that's Sawyer. Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. Don't you, Mr. Plum?
What? What do you want?
Actually, it is important. Dude, this basically you guys. This is also on Katy Perry. Yeah. Ooh, all this weird stuff. Ooh, more stuff. Ooh. Did they edit this? I remember Sawyer seeing a message on the screen, and then the screen was projecting like weird stuff. Okay, I'll show you another one. Let's see. What was it? Katy Perry, Trap to the Rhythm. I mean, this is even shown in Clockwork Orange. This is literally your predicament. Like, imagine a bunch of... I mean, this is even shown in goddamn South Park. With, the Scientology thing, where all the alien spirits are looking at a screen of, like, religion and stuff. Dance to the distortion, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Yeah, see, 3D glasses. Yeah, see? Look at this. Everyone's at a movie theater staring at a screen projection, which is what you were at in your dream.
It is my desire.
It is my desire. What did I say about desire?
Break down the walls to connect, inspire.
Break down the wall to connect, inspire. Back to your eternal self. Break down the walls of the cube.
Up in a high place, liars.
Up in a high place.
Time is ticking for the empire.
Time is ticking for the empire. The empire that the world that you live in is ruled by the Roman Empire, the American form. Look, man, there's a lot to the song, alright? I don't have time to break it down like the songwriter, because for copyright reasons. Okay, let's see.
And I kept changing forms, but I still aware it was me somehow. Anyway, when I got back in, there was this big projector screen playing some kind of movie I wasn't paying attention to.
Yeah,
BC, I had a computer and I was trying to show them, my friends, who I didn't recognize IRL, the plans to leave.
Yeah, plans to leave?
And I kept...
I mean, that's like people floating up to the moon and then someone realizing or attaching a mind parasite to their back and zoop, like downloading that information out of them.
And I kept changing forms, but I still aware it was me somehow. Anyway, when I got back in, there was this big projector screen playing some kind of movie I wasn't paying attention to. BC, I had a computer and I was trying to show them, my friend.
I mean, we basically live in a holodeck presentation, right? Like this illusory world. I mean, that's why people always talk about, oh, is it a wave or is it a particle? This light, what is it? The light wave duality principle, whatever, based on the observer effect of the translation of the brain. If it's not obvious to you, the brain is a translator. It's being remotely operated by your quote-unquote spirit, which is out of here. I mean, it might even be on a goddamn moon for all I know. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, this stuff is stupid. Because your soul comes from the sun, so there's a natural connection between the sun and the moon anyways. I mean, that might be a bigger secret, but whatever.
And I kept changing forms.
Like I care.
And I kept changing forms, but I still aware it was me somehow. Anyway, when I got back in, there was...
I mean, that's why the Buddha pointed to the moon in the old pictures of the Bhava chakra. The Buddha kept pointing to the moon, like the moon was the key to understanding.
And I kept changing forms, but I still aware it was me somehow. Anyway, when I got back in, there was this big projector screen playing some kind of movie I wasn't paying attention to.
Yeah,
BC, I had a computer and I was trying to show them,
Earth.
my friends, who I didn't recognize IRL, the plans to leave. One of them asked if they could show their friend, but I said no. BC, what if their friend wanted to show more people and the people keeping us hostage caught on?
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it's only a matter of time before one of them snitches on you, alright? A lot of people love the reality show of Earth, alright? They love the physical incarnation. They love the ignorance of bliss, alright? Through babysitting, so they can enjoy their carnal pleasures and desires. Almost nobody cares about the spiritual stuff, if you haven't noticed. Like, this is, like, even the stuff I talk about, it's highly anomalous. So.
One of them asked if they could show their friend, but I said no. BC, what if their friend wanted to show more people and the people keeping us hostage caught on? Anyway, I think it was a sequel to another dream I had a few months ago. I went on a
I mean, your dreams connect towards each other anyways. There are projections of your spirit onto the subconscious, so it has some imagery. So, I mean, if you were talking about the spirit, it is truly only thought-based and formless.
Anyway, I think it was a sequel to another dream I had a few months ago. I went on a field trip with a bunch of people to some sort of arcade place like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
They also had this room with a big projector screen.
Chuck E. Cheese, not the mouse.
I remember we stayed overnight, and the next day more people came and I realized there was no way to leave.
Yeah.
I found a window, the only one, that was like hidden behind a curtain. It seemed...
Hidden behind a curtain. Sounds like Wizard of Oz. If you're talking about, look, I mean, there's always one way out. I mean, even, what is it, the movie Dark City showed this, with the labyrinth of the mouse. The difference between a maze and a labyrinth is a maze has many exits and many openings. A labyrinth only has one way in and one way out, which is, quote unquote, through the gateways of Cancer, through Capricorn, whatever. I mean, that's obvious to me.
I found a window, the only one, that was like hidden behind a curtain. It seemed like we were in outer space looking down at the world, which...
Yep, that is very true. So we gotta pick another clip. I don't know, what was it? Contact, alien scene. God damn you, Jodie Foster. I want a Hannibal too. Yeah, whatever. I'll let this load up. Yeah. Oh my God, you're in outer space and you're looking down at an image projection of Earth. Ooh, this is where the waters meets the Earth, and up there is the everything. Ooh.
I missed you.
Blah blah blah. Whatever. This isn't loading. This isn't really that relevant, anyways. And then there's always this push for human transcendentalism.
Not all. Species. An interesting mix.
Humans are an interesting mix. Get out of here. Humans deserve to be locked away in this quote-unquote prison planet, which actually isn't really a prison. If you really want to get down to the brass tacks of it, it's merely a holding pen for the juvenile spirits. It's basically the ghetto juvenile detention center for the dumb tards of the entire existence of what is you thinking of reality or the quote-unquote omniverse. I mean, whatever. I mean, the material form is an aberration. It is the exception to the rule.
I found a window, the only one, that was like hidden behind a curtain. It seemed like we were in outer space looking down at the world, which was being destroyed then rebuilt again. Anyway.
Because I wanted being destroyed and being rebuilt. And probably, honestly, I mean, if this is some sort of holodeck projection, it probably gets destroyed and rebuilt every 19 years or 20 years, whatever, based on the machine operation of the luminaries, which is Saturn switching out and rotating, which is why we get Mandela effects. I mean, the Mandela effects has been going on a lot longer than people have thought, right? Philip K. Dick talked about this from that long ago. I mean, it was obvious with the Voldemort disease of 2020. I mean, Saturn conjunction is wrapping up by the 21st of this year anyways. Then it's the new normal. I mean, but 19 years ago, it was the Blind 11, which is of the two pillars, which is also portrayed in the movie Gods of Egypt, right? Which is the two pillars before you, quote-unquote, go to the gateways of Lulu with Osiris, whatever. But in reality, I mean, it happens every 19 years, or 20 years, whatever.
Anyway.
But it seems like every 19 years we keep sinking deeper and deeper into Maya, the illusion, which is why things are, quote-unquote, breaking down from the perspective of a, quote-unquote, real spirited human being.
Then I woke up.
Alright, cool, so that just takes care of your question, but that is not the first time I've heard of your predicament, Beansburger. So it is good that you're seeing this stuff, and other people have astral traveled. And I do thank you for the shekels of the $8 settled by me, my Red Bull, and some snackies at work. But basically, I'm trying to think what else. So I have to do a couple of private videos for the girls. Then I got to do a react to Vanessa's email, which is the precursor for tricked by the white light thing. Reality, I finished Imagine I Talk to Parnassus, but I do want to go through 3 more books, which is the Tibetan Book of the Dead, Egyptian Book of the Dead, and the Apocryphon of John. I mean, I just broke down a little bit over here. I mean, Apocryphon of John.
The secret book.
Shit's great. All right, it literally tells you how to escape the Demiurge's garden. What I mean, if people are really interested, but look, I'll see you guys later. I don't know when I'll see you because I have to do Violet's email response, then maybe Pamela's email response if she can write up that email for me, and then I'm hoping to get through, what is it, Lotus Unicorn's email response, which is the pre-show before my final thoughts on the Tricked by the White Light, which personally I do not care about. Right, I'm telling you right now, like, I do not care about Tricked by the White Light. Right, I can go through the white light, I can go around, I can go opposite side, I can go through the dark light, I can go through the spiral, I can go any way I want because I don't care. Because once you reach a certain mind, your spirit, it naturally gravitates you. This is the theory of soul magnetization. It magnetizes out into its true area of desire, which is really, it's the seven world theory. The upper world theory is all intellect. Then there's archetypes. Then there's what I mean. This is yet to be. Okay, this might be a little bit difficult. What is it? Okay, there's pure thought, imagination. Right, the chaos cosmic complete. That's the true realm of God. Then there's the realm of dreams, where it has some form based on what you think of your human interactions. And then from the dream world, there's the middle realm, which is the human material world. And then, but that's why the human realm is important. It is the bridge gateway between heaven and earth. Because below, you would not realize this, but below the human realm is actually the astral realm. Because the astral realm gets closer to form. So if top is formless, bottom is form. So, and God, quote unquote, real God, is actually the transcendent chaos complete. So it's I mean, this is where we get this idea of chaos out of order. So top is chaos, bottom is order. So if top is quote unquote transcendent cosmic God of the imagination of everything, then below that would be dreams, which would be more like Sophia of the intellect. Then you get to the bridge, which is human, which is where we are at, and this is where the battle is at. Like you can only escape through the human realm, really. Below the human realm is actually the astral realm, because of when you die in your quote-unquote human astral form, you solidify your astral body. You cannot grow or deteriorate. You're in your perfect, I'm in my new age perfect rainbow light body, and then you're stuck deeper into the Maya of illusion based on your desires of wanting to frolic in the meadows and going to the mall and having sex in the astral realm. All right, look, okay, that's the astral realm. It's deeper into the form of illusion of Maya, because it is close to the form of the then you get to the supreme realm. This is like the these ascended masters and golden beings, which gets closer to the center of the circle, which is what you call, the demiurge, and his choir of angels of the material form, or like these weird hat men or golden light beings. I can draw you a diagram later if people really care. I mean, for me, I already know this, all right? SQS talks about this in his video about karma and your existence in a material form through the sperm. I mean, what do people think the demiurge is? The sperm, hello? The sperm is the snake with the lion's head, which is suckless. That is the human form. The lion is the apex predator of land, and the human is the apex predator wriggling through the motions of the snake. That is the sperm. So they literally considered the demiurge literally the sperm of a human. Okay, whatever, dude. I mean, that's enough talking for today. So I don't know when I'll see you guys. I got maybe 1 or 2 private videos. Then I hope to do Vanessa's video by Friday. That way I can do Tricked by the White Light talking on Saturday. All right, peace out, guys. Bye.